Hi Sag, Cashton here with your December 2019 reading. Um, let's get started. So, first card out, the Lover's card, uh, Major Arcana, Fertility and Spiritual Grace. And so, what this card speaks to is strong spiritual choices, um, could be love in a love union, fulfillment, and opportunities to become more fertile. Right? So, this speaks to making great choices that produce for us, right? So then you have the Page of Wands. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. News of changing environment. And so what this card says is to make sure that you act quick on opportunities that present themselves to you, right? Whenever you something comes up and we know it's right for us and it makes the most sense and everything, but then sometimes you pull back or you sit and you dwell and you think. And this talks about making sure we snag and have our eyes and ears open for those opportunities, and so that we can take them whenever we see them, right? Like, you know when something is good for you and when it's meant for you, and this says don't delay, go for it, right? So then we have the Hermit card. This is Major Arcana as well. Silent wisdom, vision, and guidance. And what this card speaks to is paying attention to the signs that we receive, impressions, intuitive guidance. You might be in a conversation with somebody and something sticks out to you that normally wouldn't, right? This is that energy, and kind of paying attention to that and really noticing those signs. Off the bat, from the first couple of cards out. And then next we have the Two of Cups. This is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Weaving deeper relationships. I feel like there is a new relationship coming in really, really fast for you, or maybe an old relationship has transformed overnight really fast. Like, you were friends with somebody and you guys were kind of hanging out, and then bam, y'all kissed, and out of nowhere it's like, oh, are we doing something different now? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I pick up that energy, especially with the Page of Wands, news of changing environment. And this kind of speaks to when things like that occur and it feels right and we know it's for us and it's a great opportunity presenting itself. Like, there's no need to doubt, there's no need to go into conversation about it internally or mentally, or like get on a loop about it. Like, seize those opportunities that present themselves that are good for you, right? Like, you deserve it. Don't talk yourself out of it or think about all the ways in which you don't deserve it. Or is this really for me? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is some sort of love situation that, like, I don't know, maybe caught you off guard. I don't know. Let's keep going. So then we got the Knight of Pentacles. This is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Coming into our own power. This came out in reverse. So what this speaks to is, like, are we being too aggressive, or we need to be patient, right? So let's keep going. So the Four of Cups, this is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Activity beneath the surface. This came out in reverse. And so this speaks to being too open with our plans, or kind of like being too flashy, like letting everyone in when we need to be a little more locked down with our information or our business or our affairs. And this talks about how there's strength in silence. You know what I mean? Kind of working low key until you're ready. You know what I mean? Like, it's like starting the process of buying this big, beautiful, brand new home, but not telling everybody and their mama about it. You know what I mean? Like, making sure you keep it kind of locked down until everything is good and you feel comfortable with everything and everybody involved feels comfortable. And, you know, like, everybody doesn't always need to know everything, right? This also talks about having ideas and opportunities or things like that and not acting on them, right? So this speaks to some of the energy that came out earlier, like making sure when you see these opportunities or when opportunities are presenting themselves in front of you, knowing that that's for you, being able to decipher that and then not delaying, like seize those opportunities, right? If you have ideas and things that you're sitting on, explore why you're sitting on them and why you're not going after it. You know what I mean? So then we got the Six of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And this talks about maintaining control and beliefs, but this came out in reverse. And so what this speaks to is being impatient or exposing ourselves too quickly. And this also is another card that speaks to don't force it, right? So what this tells me in the relation to the rest of your spread, like I said, I kind of really feel like this is a love relationship or a love offering coming in really quickly, with the Two of Cups, Four of Cups out in reverse, the Lover's card, and then all of this fire energy. And then the Hermit card coming out, I feel like this is a love relationship coming in really quickly for you. I feel like it's really good, and I feel like it makes a lot of sense, and I feel like you kind of need to make sure that you're not overthinking it, make sure you're not doing too much, make sure you're not, just don't do too much. You know what I mean? Like relax and go with the flow with it, right? Maybe it's not a love relationship, maybe it's a new opportunity that's presented itself to you. And this is saying there's no need on your behalf to force it, right? Let it work itself out in a natural way, and also make sure you keep your business to yourself, right? It says that as well, right? Like if you were planning to move across the country, maybe this is not a great time to let your whole entire family know that you're planning to move across the country. You know what I mean? Because what A, B, and C might say about it might deter you or might throw you off, or might push you into this space where you'd rather sit and think about it a bunch and be stuck in the planning phase rather than doing it, right? So this says, keep your business to yourself, and whatever this, I feel like I said, it's a love relationship really rushing in strong. Could be with another fire sign. Could be with the earth sign. But don't force it, go with the flow with it, and make good, strong choices that are good for you. With the Lover's card coming out, strong spiritual choices. Or maybe it's that this person that's coming in, that's presented themselves to you, is the strong spiritual choice, right? This is that love that you want. And I feel like maybe y'all are creeping on the down low. Like, I feel like maybe you guys are creeping, or maybe this is something that's very kind of, under wraps and low key, and you're just enjoying it there and not really letting everyone else or the world in on it. And that's okay. I feel like that's perfectly fine. I feel like that's the way to go, right? So then you got the Earth of Pentacles coming out here on the end, preparing for the future. This is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Very, very grounded energy. And this is being persistent and consistent in the pursuit of whatever it is that you're pursuing, right? So I feel like, again, whatever this is that's unfolding or coming in or offering itself to you is consistent, right? It's solid, it's grounded, and you don't need everybody and their mama a part of it in your business with this venture or with this relationship or with this situation. Like, it needs to be a little more private, close to home, in order to remain as grounded as it is. Bottom of the deck, you got the Star card, Major Arcana, right? Spiritual inspiration and hope. So this is confirmation that you're on the right path. there are strong, strong spiritual forces helping and assisting you and leading and guiding, right? The promise of fulfillment, right? This card also says to make sure that you're writing ideas down as they come to you. You might be experiencing a rush of creativity and have all of these new things kind of hitting you. This says to pull those out of that space, the idea space, the infinite space, the spiritual space, that creative space. Write them down and just bring them down, but then no need to obsess over them, right? Like the star card is like wishing upon a star, and it's kind of like in a movie, if someone wishes upon a star, they'll make the wish and then poof, it like pops up and it's like, oh my god, you know, I didn't even have to do anything for this. I didn't even have to do any hard work, right? This is wish fulfillment. This is saying that whatever this is that's coming in for you, or maybe you've made a decision on somebody, maybe you've chosen somebody, or you've chosen something, right? And it's something that I feel like it comes in quick because of the Page of Wands coming in right after it. There's some sort of choice or decision or some situation you're entering in, and it, right? Like it goes quickly. But, you know, and there's beautiful energy around it. New understanding, ideas going deeper in relationships, right? So this tells me that this is something that's going to be a really beautiful connection or a beautiful link up, maybe if it's an opportunity. But, you know, be low key, whatever that means for you. I'm not necessarily saying be secretive, but, you know, maybe so. I'm just seeing a very strong energy of not needing to have everyone in your business with this, right? Like you don't need to open it up for the jury, and you don't need to open it up and have a family conference and get everybody else's opinion, right? Yeah. So let's pull some clarity. Don't be impatient if it's something that you're working on, or if it's something you've entered into very quickly, right? Don't be impatient now that you're there, or now that you made this choice, right? Like it might be like, all right, I'm deciding to be with this person. We're going to make it official. We're going to do it. And then the next morning you're like, well, when we get married, well, when we doing this, whatever, and trying to like make, you know what I mean? It says, you know, don't force it. Don't be impatient. And, you know, don't reveal your hand too quickly and too soon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm big on painting a picture and analogy. So my mind always wants to just like come up with the metaphor or analogy, you know? But yeah, it's just like if you're planning a trip, or if you're going to go somewhere with a special somebody or whatever, and you just don't want, everybody doesn't need to know about it. It's not necessary, you know? It's not necessary. You don't want to, you know, I guess in a way too, I'm hearing like count your chickens before they hatch. And then it's like, then you got to go back and explain all these things to people if it doesn't hatch the way that you thought it was going to hatch. And, you know, you got ahead of yourself. So now you have to go back, and it's just like, save yourself the headache. You know what I mean? I'm hearing enjoy your life in private, you know? Clarity for the Sag, right? December 2019. Yeah, we got the Horse. I'm hearing cut anybody off that you don't want to share your energy with. Like you might have people in your life that you're sharing energy with all the time, but it's kind of like, I don't really want to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, those old obligations that stick around in our life, and it's just an old obligation, and then you kind of wake up one day and realize I don't really have to be doing this. Like, I don't really have to be showing up here. I don't really have to talk to you. I don't really have to pick up the phone, right? I don't know. That was random. That might have just been for a few people. First card out, we got the horse. This is freedom and expansive energy. So we know this is like such Sag energy, right? This is such a Sag thing. Freedom, expansive energy. Like you need this, you crave this, right? This to me is telling me again, like I said, live your life in private during this time. Whatever this is that's unfolding for you, or whatever it is that you're working on, whatever this thing is that needs to kind of be protected and like kept from like public almost. You know what I mean? It's like that's where your freedom lies, right? In making sure that you're just living your life on your own terms and in private, right? And that's gonna make you feel freer than ever because you don't have to answer to anybody, right? Next out, we got the shark. This is exposure and revealing the true self, right? And then we got the mouse. I know this, right. Detail-oriented, nitpicky, nervous, right? So in relation to this spread, what this tells me is like, you're coming into a time where whatever this is, if it's a love relationship, I feel like you're revealing and exposing your true self to someone else. Whoever this person is, whatever this connection is, I feel like they're seeing you in your essence and your true self, and you're exposing yourself to them. I feel like that you're coming into some space of freedom and expansion through exposing yourself on your own terms, right? So it might be a new boo that you met and you're like, oh my God, I'm giving it this is me, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the world needs that. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is ready for what you have to say or what you have to show, right? Because there's so much energy here saying, you know, rein it in, be patient. Don't reveal your whole hand and show everybody your deck of cards, you know what I mean, until you're ready, right? You're preparing for the future. You want it to be on solid ground. You want it to be with this grounded energy. You need to go inside, rely on your intuition, rely on silent guidance and wisdom, and look for signs and things that are leading and guiding you as this unfolds. There's no need to be nervous and nitpicky and take on this energy, right? There's so many. This clarifies all of these cards that are telling you don't force it, right? Don't overthink. Don't do too much, right? Freedom and expansive energy. This is so great. And exposure of one's true self, coming out with freedom and expansive energy, fertility and spiritual choice, preparing for the future, weaving deeper relationships. I also get I get energy of like, I get this energy of somebody like coming out. I hate that phrase. Can't even believe I just said it. I hate that phrase because I don't really believe in that, but that's what I'm picking up. Like somebody, you know, and whatever that means, that could mean a multitude of things, right? It doesn't have to be coming out as gay or coming out as this. It could just be, I get this energy of somebody coming out, right? And kind of coming into their self and kind of like in these stages, right? Like you come into yourself and you have this mirror moment of like, oh, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, this is what I want to do, this is how I see my life, right? And then going into this next stage where maybe you reveal it to one other person, or you come into this beautiful union or relationship that you're like, wow, this is me, this is who I am, this is who I truly am, right? This makes sense. I feel comfortable and at home. But then there's this third stage of inviting the world into that and functioning in society in this new body, in this new spirit, in this new knowledge of self, right? And so what this says is whatever that means for you, there's no need to force it. You don't need to be impatient with it, and don't overthink that process. Whatever that means for you, take your time with it, right? And you're not fake if you take your time with something. You're not fake for holding something close to here until you're ready to release it, right? That's not fake. That's not, it's none of that. It's not a negative thing. That's protection, and that's making sure that you're doing what's best for you, and you're making strong spiritual guided decisions to bring you to this grounded energy. And that prepares you for your future, right? Having moments of self-discovery is always something that will catapult you towards your future and what's really for you, what you're in perfect alignment with, right? Bottom of the deck, the B, earnest, hardworking, and democratic. Earnest and hardworking, earnest and hardworking. Get in touch with your emotions, right? Get in touch with your spirit in a strong way. Feel like there's a really, really beautiful relationship unfolding for you, or maybe a relationship is transforming in a really beautiful way, and it's some like you need to jump on it. Like, don't let it pass you by. But I get a vision of somebody like it's like you jump on it, and then, you know, maybe if it's like two of you, you jump in with this other person, and then you guys, you know, like elope and escape away and like go off to another island and just enjoy each other and just dive deeper and just get deeper and learn more about each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's that energy. It's not meeting this person and immediately taking them home to mom and introducing them to all 11 of your cousins, and then, you know what I mean, now it's this whole big escapade. No, you know. You know, maybe if it's an opportunity, it's an opportunity or something that you're kind of working behind the scenes. You know, and you're just like, y'all don't need to know that I'll be stripping on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Y'all don't need to know, you know? Like, it's like, I like it. I have fun. I make my money. I pay my rent. I'm not hurt. I have a good time at it. And y'all just don't need to know. Like, when it makes sense to reveal this, or when it makes sense to expose it, you know, I'm comfortable. I've dealt with this self-discovery, self-exposure. I've exposed myself to me. Right? I've exposed myself to the people that matters. When it makes the most sense to do it for the world, then maybe I will. Right? But I'll wait until I'm guided by spirit to do that. Right? I will let this unfold the way it should, and I'm not going to be obsessive and overwork my mind about this. Right? Let's pull advice from the Angel Oracle deck. Daily guidance from our angels. This deck is by Doreen Virtue. I really love it. Okay. So, first card out, have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your confidence and faith, or your courage and faith, excuse me. And then we got blessing in disguise. There we go. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. Right? So it says, whatever this situation is a blessing in disguise, and to have confidence, right? So exactly like I'm saying, whatever is unfolding for you, right? If this is a love relationship or offer rushing in, if this is, a opportunity rushing in, you know, I'd say be private until you feel the need not to be. Trust yourself. Spirit is guiding you, but have confidence, right? So that it's one of those things of like when people are like, why don't you post your boyfriend or girlfriend on social media? Are you not proud of the relationship? Are you not? And it's like, no, we're very solid, we're strong, we're happy, I love them, we're having a great time. Y'all just don't need to be a part of that. Like, you don't need to know. You know what I mean? And so this speaks about something really beautiful coming in for you or transforming, and you should have confidence with it. You should enjoy it, right? Go forth with it and know that it's a blessing in disguise. If there's any worry around it, or if there's anything about it that you're just like, ooh, you know what I mean? Okay, okay, all right, big choice, big decision, big thing. Or maybe this is, like I said, it's like your first time, you're a guy and it's your first time dating a guy, or you're a girl and you're your first time dating a girl, or whatever, whatever. This is something that's preparing you for your future, and I feel like it is a prayer answered, and it's something you desire, and it's something that is supposed to be a part of your life, and you just need to keep it very close for now and nurture it and be happy where you are with it there in private, and then allow it to unfold the way that it needs to naturally from there. Okay, yeah. So that's what I have for you, Sag. I hope that helps. I hope that resonated in some sort of way. If it did, drop a comment or a like and let me know. And I will look forward to talking to you guys next time. Happy Sag season and happy birthday. Happy birthday to all of the Sages. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Cashton with 3 N's, CASHTONNN. If you would like to donate or book a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below. And if this video resonated with you, or any of the content here resonates with you, and you'd like to continue the conversation with me, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, you guys, I will talk to you next time.